क्लास 8 हिस्ट्री। मैं आर.एस. प्रसाद आज आप लोगों को चैप्टर 2 इस्टेब्लिशमेंट ऑफ रूल ऑफ ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी इन इंडिया कराने जा रहा हूं। चलिए पहले इसके मेन पॉइंट्स देख लेते हैं क्या है इस लेसन के। तो सबसे पहले है ये वास्को डी गामा डिस्कवर द सी रूट टू रीच इंडिया इन 1498 में इसने रूट ढूंढा था इंडिया आने का। Traders from Portugal come to India for trade and spread of Christianity. After Portugal, traders from Holland, France, and England come to India. Surat was the important trade center of India. In front of St. Fort George, British opened their factory which was known as Kothi. In 1756, Sirajuddaula became the Nawab of Bengal. Battle of Plassey took place between British and Sirajuddaula. Mir Jafar made conspiracy with British and turned against Nawab, so Nawab was defeated. In 1754, Battle of Buxar took place in which British won. Dual system started in Bengal. In 1772, Regulating Act and Warren Hastings became the Governor General. Tipu Sultan was the son of Hyder Ali. William Bentinck was reformer Governor General. Bentinck applied Todermal's system. Lord Dalhousie introduced policy of lapse. The first raid started in 1853 from Thane to Bombay. Now India in 1765, ये 65 का ये है काबुल, पेशावर, गजनी, अफगान, कंधार डायनेस्टी है, ये सिंध है, ये सिंधु रिवर यहाँ दिखाई दे रही है आपको, और ये है मुल्तान, ये पंजाब है, यहाँ सिख है, ये कश्मीर है, श्रीनगर, ये झेलम नदी है, ये आपकी झेलम रिवर है, ये चेनाब है यहाँ पर, ये अमृतसर है, जालंधर है यहाँ पे, और ये क्या है, ये करनाल है हमारा, और ये पानीपत है, दिल्ली है यहाँ पे, बीकानेर, जयपुर, भरतपुर, अजमेर, जोधपुर, राजपुताना, उदयपुर, इस तरह से यहाँ सारी चीजें दिखाई हुई हैं आपको। इसको मैप में देख सकते हो। यहाँ पे तिब्बत दिया हुआ है, ये नेपाल है, ये काठमांडू है, सगोली है, बिहार है यहाँ पर, ये आसाम है यहाँ पे, ये ब्रह्मपुत्र चल रही है रिवर, ढाका है, ये प्लासी है, ये बंगाल है यहाँ पे दिखाई दे रहा है आपका, कलकत्ता, पटना है यहाँ, महानदी यहाँ दिखाई दे रही है, नागपुर है, ये दिखाई दे रहा है आपको, ये नर्मदा रिवर है यहाँ पे, ताप्ती है, सूरत है, ये दमन एंड दीव है यहाँ पे, और ये दीव आइसलैंड है। इस तरह से करके ये दिखाया गया। नीचे भी देखिए जरा क्या क्या, यहाँ पर ये देख लो सिंबल जो दिया है इंपॉर्टेंट प्लेस के लिए, ये दिया हुआ है, ये है वार एरिया यहाँ पे, और ये अफगान है यहाँ पे व्हाइट कलर का, ये सैडेड रीजन है वर्टिकली, फ्रांसीसी बॉर्डर है ये एरिया, और ये क्या है, मराठा डेंसिटी है, और ये मुगल डेंसिटी है डॉटेड वाली। ये सारे इसमें शो करके दिखाए गए हैं आपको। यहाँ पे अरेबियन सी दिया हुआ है देखो आपको, और इस तरफ जो है बे ऑफ बंगाल है, बे ऑफ बंगाल। और यहाँ क्या है, ये है इंडियन ओशियन, ये इंडियन ओशियन है, ये काम्बो डच है, यहाँ पे कांडी है यहाँ पे, और ये मदुरई है, और कोचिन डच है यहाँ पे, तरवनकोट, ये कालीकट है यहाँ पे, और ऐसी सारी चीजें यहाँ पे दिखाई गई हैं। ये निजाम है यहाँ पे देखो, यहाँ पे निजाम है, ये टिकैन है हैदराबाद, कृष्णा रिवर है यहाँ, बेंडनूर है, तांबूर है, इस तरह के सारे एरिया आपको इसमें शो करके दिखाए गए हैं, आप देख सकते हैं सभी। चलिए ये देखते हैं क्या चीज है ये। इट इज द पिक्चर ऑफ ब्रिटिश फैक्ट्री, ये ब्रिटिश फैक्ट्री का ये पिक्चर है जो यहाँ पे दिखाया गया है, और पहला इस्टेब्लिशमेंट था इसका यहाँ पे, इसकी सहायता से लोग अंदर आने शुरू हो गए थे हमारे यहाँ। इसके बाद ये देखिए, ये है नवाब मिर्जाफर, इनकी फिगर है, और ये सिराजुद्दौला जी हैं। दूसरा यहाँ देखिए हैदर अली हैं ये, और यहाँ पर ये टीपू सुल्तान, ये सभी मुगल शासक हैं। यहाँ देखिए क्या है ये है टाइगर शेप्ड ओपन माउथ ऑफ आर्टिलरी टैंक ऑफ टीपू सुल्तान, टीपू सुल्तान द्वारा बनाया गया है। ये डलहौजी है जिसका जो है डिवाइड एंड रूल चलाया था इन्होंने, और हड़पने की नीति थी अधिकतर की। ये एक और चीज थी इनकी, फर्स्ट रेलवे ब्रिज बिटवीन बॉम्बे एंड थाने, थाने और मुंबई के बीच में पहला ब्रिज बनवाया था अंग्रेजों ने, जो अभी तक जिंदा है बेचारा। चलते हैं थोड़ा सा एक्सरसाइज की तरफ बढ़ते हैं बच्चों। ये है फिल इन द ब्लैंक्स। तो सबसे पहले है सी रूट फ्रॉम यूरोप टू इंडिया वाज डिस्कवर्ड बाय, ये है वास्को डी गामा। वास्को डी गामा। सेकेंड है थ्रो यूरोप ट्रेड इंडिया गॉट, यहां गोल्ड आएगा यहाँ पे, एंड सिल्वर, दो चीजें लेने शुरू की थी ट्रेडिंग में। चलिए नंबर थर्ड है ब्रिटिश एस्टेब्लिश्ड देयर फैक्ट्री इन प्लेस ऑफ मैड्रास, मैड्रास में कहा करी थी ये तो बताना है आपको, ये तो सेंट फोर्ट जॉर्ज चाहिए, सेंट फोर्ट जॉर्ज। नंबर फोर्थ पे आ जाइए, इस्टेब्लिश्ड पौंडीचेरी सिटी, तो ये है फ्रेंच मार्टिन इसका नाम है। फ्रेंच मार्टिन। नंबर फिफ्थ है अर्लियर, कैलकाटा है यहाँ पे, was city of Britishes। चलिए है ये मैच द फॉलोइंग। सो सबसे पहले आ रहा है ट्रीटी ऑफ पेरिस, पेरिस है ये, ट्रीटी ऑफ पेरिस का, तो ये आपका यहाँ पर ABC लिख दीजिए ज्यादा बढ़िया रहेगा। ए है, बी है, यहाँ पे ये सी है, और दैट इज द डी। तो फर्स्ट का ट्रीटी ऑफ पेरिस, तो ये है एंग्लो मराठा बैटल, यानी इट विल गो टू द फर्स्ट नंबर। सेकंड नंबर की बात कर लो, ट्रीटी ऑफ इलाहाबाद, इलाहाबाद में ये है बैटल ऑफ बक्सर आएगा, सो इट विल गो टू द सेकंड नंबर। नंबर थर्ड की बात कर लो, ये ट्रीटी ऑफ बेसिन, बेसिन वाले में जो आना है आपका बी आएगा, ये बैटल ऑफ कर्नाटका, सो दैट इज द नंबर थर्ड। नंबर 4 पे आ जाएगा ट्रीटी ऑफ श्री रंगापट्टनम। रंगापट्टनम की ट्रीटी है ये, तो इसमें आपका जाएगा लास्ट सी है, ये सी वाला आपका दिखाई देगा इसमें, बैटल ऑफ मैसूर। सो इट विल गो टू द 4th नंबर। ऐसे आप लोग मैचिंग कर देंगे। चलते हैं थोड़ा क्वेश्चन आंसर की तरफ बढ़ते हैं। अरेंज द करेक्ट अकॉर्डिंग टू द अराइवल ऑफ इंग्लिश गवर्नर जनरल टू कंट्री। सबसे पहले है वेस्ली, फिर कॉर्नवालिस, वारेन हेस्टिंग, विलियम बेंटिक और डलहौजी। तो आंसर है इनके, देखो वारेन हेस्टिंग कम फ्रॉम, ये इसमें आया है 1772 टू 85। सेकेंड नंबर पे कॉर्नवालिस, ये 1786 टू 93। नंबर 3 पे लॉर्ड वेल्सली, ये आया था 1798 से 1805 पे। और ये लॉर्ड विलियम बेंटिक, ये 1828 टू 35। और नंबर 5 पे डलहौजी, ये 1848 टू 1856। नोट है यहाँ पे, क्लीव 1757 60 एंड 1765 to 67 was governor of Bengal, but not the governor general। ये गवर्नर जनरल नहीं था। Now come to the next, answer the following questions। First, who was the first governor general of India? So answer है, the first governor general was Warren Hastings। सेकेंड है हैदर अली वाज रूलर ऑफ विच प्लेस? सो आंसर है हैदर अली वाज द रूलर ऑफ मैसूर। नेम द बैटल विच हैड फॉट बिटवीन इंग्लिश एंड फ्रेंच। सो आंसर है द बैटल बिटवीन इंग्लिश एंड फ्रेंच वाज कर्नाटका वार। Fourth, after the Battle of Buxar, Britishers got the right to collect the land revenue from which state? Answer है, after the Battle of Buxar, Britishers got the right to collect the land revenue of Bihar, Bengal and Orissa. What benefit did English got through Battle of Plassey? So answer है, after the Battle of Plassey, the English company became the real power in Bengal. Mir Jafar was made the Nawab of Bengal, but only the puppet in the hand of English company all the time made heavy demands for money. The treasury was empty and the Nawab did not have enough money even to pay his troops. Mir Jafar began to turn against the company, but before long he was deposed by conspiracy. Mr. Qasim was made the Nawab of Bengal. Very soon, Mir Qasim released his position of Uttar dependence on the English company. British by force took the right of collecting the revenue of Chatgaon, Vardhan and Manipur in their hands. Thus, they collected a heavy amount of wealth from these places. Mir Qasim turned against the British and he abolished the custom duty and started building his army. All this made British officials angry and they decided to overthrow him. What do you mean by dual rule? So answer है, Lord Cleave started dual system in 1765 by passing an act from 1765 to 1772. There was dual system, dual government in Bengal because there were two different authorities. The British controlled the army and the revenue, while the Nawab was supposed to look after administration. In such situation, Britain had all the power but no responsibility, while the Nawab had no power with him. The right of collection of revenue was in the hand of company, and they could keep the army for their security, but their expenses would be paid by Nawab. Cause of adopting the dual system. Following causes were there in implement the dual system. First, a company wanted to have full control over the revenue of Bengal, but without bearing any responsibility. Second, Britishers had a shortage of capable and trained administrators, so they gave the responsibility of administration to Indians. Third, by not having direct control over Bengal, they avoided the international criticism है. चलिए आगे देखते हैं. नंबर 4 पे देखो बात करो. Board of directors were not in favor of having direct control of Bengal. Number 5 है British wanted to make money only. 7th है what do you know about the subsidiary treaty? तो आंसर क्या है? When Lord Wellesley was appointed the Governor General in 1798, he started a new wave of expansions. For this, he adopted the policy of expansion, which was known as subsidiary policy or subsidiary treaty. टर्म एंड कंडीशन ऑफ द ट्रीटी. क्या थी उस ट्रीटी की कंडीशन? चलो देखते हैं. नंबर 1 स्टेट दोज हु साइंड द ट्रीटी वर बाउंडेड टू कीप ब्रिटिश सोल्जर्स अराउंड them and them to pay for troops. Second क्या है? To replace other European other than English soldier from the army. Third है it was necessary to keep English as resident or representative with whose advice ruler should administer. Fourth है ये permission from English officers was necessary before signing any monopoly treaty with other country. Fifth है annual tax had to pay to the company. Next है discuss Dalhousie annexation policy. चलिए देखते हैं. आंसर है doctrine of lapse of policy of lapse was introduced by Lord Dalhousie. According to the old Indian customs, if a person did not have any son, he adopted near relative of his. But British rulers acquired the right to accept or refuse such adoption. In case of refusal, the territory of the ruler who had no son was annexed by the British. Main points of the policy. First, those kings who did not have their own son, their adopted son will have no right to rule their estate, and in such case the estate will be captured by English. Second है capturing of those state which has ill governance. Third है capturing of state by wars. By this policy, British capture 17 जयपुर ही झांसी, नागपुर, उदयपुर. He acquired Awadh, Punjab and captured by war. Describe the rectification introduced by Bentinck in administration. So answer है यहाँ पे William Bentinck was counted as reforming governor general as he was believer of peace in state of war. मतलब स्टेट ऑफ वार है ये पीस में ज्यादा विश्वास रखता था. ड्यू टू कांस्टेंट वार द इकोनॉमिक condition of company was unstable or unstable. So he took the change to review the condition of company. He took the following steps to make reforms in the administration. First, he decreases the number of soldiers from troops and cut sorted annual expenses of administration. Second क्या है? Indians were appointed as high officials for collection of revenue. He used the policy of total mal system of collection and fixed the taxation for 30 years. Third है on those England and Russia were rivalries. Britishes were afraid that Russians may enter India through Afghanistan. Sindh was adjacent state to Afghanistan, so the Amir of Sindh was forced to sign subsidiary treaty and at the last Sindh come into the hands of Britishers. In the same way, Britishers attacked Punjab in 1846 and captured it. What would happen in Sirajuddaula had won the Battle of Plassey? Answer है if Sirajuddaula had won the Battle of Plassey, then the British rule would have been defeated. They would have been forced to leave India and never to come back again. Bengal was a rich state before the coming of the British rule. Sirajuddaula's victory would have kept Bengal and rest of the India free from the clutches of the East India Company. The poverty in Bengal would be gone if he had won the battle. How would the economic conditions of the countries be affected in if the European had not made their colonies there? So answer है if the Europeans would have not made their colonies in the other countries, then there would have been less poverty in those countries now. The corruption would also have been less, but there would be other disadvantages too. If the Europeans would have not made their colonies, the international trade of those countries would have not adopted too far. The development in education, science and technology, industry, etc. would also have been affected. There would have not been any railways and telegram services. There would have not been a central government system, and in this way, the economic condition of those countries would have been at a disadvantage. Now choose the correct alternative means option correct choose करना है. First है ये Battle of Plassey was fought. किसके बीच लड़ा गया था भाई? ये है 1757. Second है Battle of Buxar was fought under the leadership of which leader? किसके उसमें था? तो ये था आपका क्लीव के द्वारा लड़ा गया था. चलिए देखते हैं इसकी लीडरशिप में था. Which policy was adopted by Lord Dalhousie? Lord Dalhousie ने कौन सी पॉलिसी लाई थी? तो ये है डेकोराइन ऑफ लैप्स. डॉक्ट्राइन ऑफ लेफ्ट है। चलिए आगे देखते हैं। नेक्स्ट है एक और हमारे पास, ये है साइन द ट्रिटी ऑफ इलाहाबाद। साइन द ट्रिटी ऑफ इलाहाबाद, ये है आपका 1765। नाउ मैच द फॉलोइंग। तो मैच द फॉलोइंग देखते हैं। पहला फर्स्ट है आपका थर्ड मैसूर वार। थर्ड मैसूर वार कब हुआ था? तो ये हुआ था लॉर्ड कॉर्नवालिस में। ये इट विल गो टू द फर्स्ट नंबर। सेकेंड है फर्स्ट ब्रिटिश मैसूर वार, so it will go to the Warren Hastings, so it will go to the second number. Number third है defeated Tipu Sultan and his death, it is Lord Wellesley, that is go to the third number. Number fourth है war against पिंडारिया। पिंडारिया वार जो हुआ था फोर्थ में, ये है वारेन हेस्टिंग, so it will go to the fourth number. फिफ्थ नंबर पे देखो वार अगेंस्ट द रोहेला, लॉर्ड हेस्टिंग है ये, तो ये इट विल गो टू द फिफ्थ नंबर। नंबर 6 की बात करो, ट्रिटी ऑफ बेसिन, so that is the Lord Wellesley, so it will go to the sixth number. नंबर 7 की बात करो, सेकेंड ब्रिटिश सिख वार। सेकेंड ब्रिटिश सिख वार कहाँ हुआ था सर? So it is the Lord Dalhousie, so it will go to the 7 number. Now last, Awadh captured by British Empire, so that is the Lord Dalhousie, so it will go to the 8th number. चलिए नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे चलते हैं हम लोग। जरा राइट, ट्रू और फॉल्स लिखना हमारा। पहला फर्स्ट है ड्यूल रूल वाज एस्टेब्लिश्ड इन बंगाल, सो इट इज ट्रू। सेकंड है ड्यूरिंग बैटल ऑफ प्लासी सिराजुद्दौला वाज नवाब ऑफ बंगाल, सो इट इज आल्सो ट्रू। थर्ड है लॉर्ड डलहौजी वाज फादर ऑफ सब्सिडायरी ट्रीटी, इट इज फॉल्स। नंबर फोर्थ है एनेक्सेशन पॉलिसी वाज इंट्रोड्यूस्ड बाय लॉर्ड वेल्सली, इट इज आल्सो फॉल्स स्टेटमेंट। फर्स्ट ट्रेन रन बिटवीन मुंबई एंड थाने, सो दैट इज द ट्रू स्टेटमेंट, ये ट्रू है हमारे पास। नाउ कम टू द नेक्स्ट, मैच द फॉलोइंग डेट्स, इसको मैच करना है। तो फर्स्ट है ये बक्सर, बैटल ऑफ बक्सर। बक्सर का जो बैटल हुआ था वो कब हुआ था? 1764 में, सो इट विल गो टू द फर्स्ट नंबर। सेकंड है बैटल ऑफ प्लासी। बैटल ऑफ प्लासी कब था? सो ये है 1757 में, इट विल गो टू द सेकंड नंबर। तो थर्ड है ये फेमिन ऑफ बंगाल। फेमिन ऑफ बंगाल दैट विल गो टू द 1770, सो दैट इज गो टू द थर्ड नंबर। एंड लास्ट जो है रेगुलेटिंग एक्ट, कब आया था रेगुलेटिंग एक्ट, ये बताना है आपको। तो ये बी बचा रह गया, 1772 में आया था, सो इट विल गो टू द फोर्थ नंबर। नाउ राइट द नेम ऑफ द फर्स्ट यूरोपियन हु केम टू इंडिया, दैट नेम इज वास्को डी गामा। When was the East India Company established and where? So 1609 in सूरत। सूरत में आके इसने एस्टेब्लिशमेंट किया था 1609 में। चलिए, when was the Battle of Buxar took place? So Battle of Buxar took place in October 1764. When was Treaty of Allahabad signed and between whom? So Treaty of Allahabad signed between Nawab of Awadh and Mughal Empire in 1765. When did Lord Dalhousie come to India? So answer is in 1448. When was the dual system ended? So answer है dual system was ended in 1772. Next है when was Punjab captured by British? It is in 1846. When was Treaty of Lahore signed and between whom? So answer है between British and Punjab ruler in 1846. What was the most important effect of Battle of Plassey? Answer establishment of British rule in India. Which governor started dual system in Bengal? So that is the answer is Lord Clive. Who did permanent settlement of land in India? So answer is Lord William Bentinck in 1833. When was the second Mysore war fought and between whom? So answer is between Hyder Ali and 1780. When was the Treaty of Sri Patnam signed and between whom? So answer is between British and Tipu Sultan. Which Governor General was known as the Reformer? So that is the answer is William Bentinck. Why did European traders come to India? So answer है first है in European countries indigo, Indian clothes species were highly demanded. Europeans used to purchase these things from India and sell them at a high rate to earn profit. Second है there was need of market to Britishers to sell their products. In India, they got good market to sell their products. Third है it was easy for Europeans to have trade by sea route. Explain the cause of Karnataka War. So answer है in 1740 to 48 the war of Australian succession took place in Europe. In this war, French and English were on opposite sides. It influenced India also, and conflict between two companies started. Second, the trade center of British was Madras, Chennai, and French had trade center in Pondicherry. Both the places were under the Nawab of Karnataka. Both the companies wanted to earn profit, so conflict between both started. It gave rise to Karnataka War. Explain the War of Buxar. So answer है Buxar War took place in 1764 in Buxar Place in Bihar to check the interference of British in Bengal. Nawab Mir Qasim, Nawab of Awadh Sirajuddaula, and Mughal Empire Shah Alam formed the joint military and declared war against British. The war took place in Buxar, a place in Bihar, so it is known as the Battle of Buxar. The British won the battle and the end of war took place with Treaty of Allahabad. What is Regulating Act? So answer है in 1772 Regulating Act was passed in British Parliament. The main aim of this act was to have good governance in India. According to this act, in 1772, War Hastings became the governor of Bengal, and in 1773 he was made the Governor General of British territories in India. After this act, the direct administration of British in Bengal started. Give a brief description of Tipu Sultan. So answer that Tipu Sultan was a son of Hyder Ali. He became the Nawab of Mysore after the death of Hyder Ali. He was brave and intelligent soldier. He had knowledge of many languages. He had good relations with Turkey and France. British were very scared of his bravery because he was efficient administration, able diplomat and brave soldier. What were the social reforms made by William Bentinck in India? So answer है William Bentinck was considered as reforming governor of India. He made many social reforms in society for the welfare of Indians. Following are social reformers. First, he took special care towards the social evils like sati, child marriage, child murder, and the sacrifice of the human beings, and implemented law to abolish all these. He made English as the medium of education. He established a medical college in Kolkata. In 1831, he passed a law and in the propounded eligibility of Indians to take change as higher officers. Fifth, he constructed national highways and bridges. Question है between whom Plassey war took place? What was its consequences? Answer: the Battle of Plassey took place between British and Sirajuddaula in 1757. In place Plassey, Mir Jafar was the commander of chief of Sirajuddaula, the Nawab of Bengal. Mir Jafar entered into conspiracy with English and did not join the battle. Due to this, Nawab arms was defeated and the Nawab was put to death. Mir Jafar was made the Nawab and gave large sum of money to English company. How Lord Wesley implemented his policy of subsidiary alliance system. So answer है Lord Wellesley implemented his policy in many states. First of all, the implemented in on Nizam of Hyderabad. After this, Nawab of Awadh had to sign the treaty. When Lord Wellesley pressurized Nawab of Mysore Tipu Sultan to sign the treaty, he opposed. Due to this, the battle between both took place in Mysore. Tipu died in this war. British implemented this policy on Karnataka, Tanjore and Surat, etc. and annexed them in British Empire. How permanent settlement was more beneficial to jamidars than farmers? So answer है permanent settlement was more benefited to jamidars than farmers. They became the permanent owner of the land because they got the right to selling or changing land. They used to pay a fixed amount as rent or land, but they collected the amount from farmers as they wished. If any farmer was not able to pay rent, jamidars used to capture the land. Thus, the jamidars became rich and started leading the luxurious life, and farmers lived a life in poverty. So, it is said that the permanent settlement was more profitable to jamidars than farmers. How Sirajuddaula was easily defeated by British. Answer है in the Battle of Plassey on 23rd June 1757. Sirajuddaula was easily defeated by British. Sirajuddaula was Nawab of Bengal. Following were the causes of his defeat. So first है ये diplomacy by British. Jagat Seth was a financier of Bengal during the battle. He supported British. Britishers made commander of Nawab to their side. Second, conspiracy by Mir Jafar. Mir Jafar made a conspiracy with British and remained inactive in the battle. It made Sirajuddaula easily lose the war. How Britishers won Maharashtra. The third Maharashtra war totally destroyed Maharashtra. The adopted son of the Peshwa Nana Sahib was refused the pension which the Peshwa had been receiving. Similarly, after the death of the Nawab of Karnataka, his relative did not receive the pension. Within few years, religion of Peshwa became the part of British Empire. Maharashtra Maratha Sardar also come under the British regiments. Thus, Britishers captured the Marathas. English company made Mir Qasim the Nawab of Bengal, but afterwards why company turned against him? So answer है English company made Mir Qasim as a Nawab of Bengal, but they kept him only puppet. Mir Qasim wanted to work independently, so he did some work by taking these steps, which made Britishers angry and they turned against him. The steps are as follows. The steps as are follows. देखो क्या है इसमें steps लिए थे उस टाइम पे उन्होंने. First है removal of officials. Mir Qasim removed such officers from the post who were favoring the companies and in their place appointed such officers who were loyal to him. Second number था reorganization of army. To face the army of company, Mir Qasim reformed his own army. He gave the soldiers European type of training. Explain the administrative reforms made by Dalhousie. Answer है following are the administrative reforms made by Dalhousie. First है expansions of post and telegraph. Second है implementation of commissary system. थर्ड है ये चेंजेस इन ट्रांसपोर्ट एंड कम्युनिकेशन. फोर्थ है ये फॉर्मेशन ऑफ एजुकेशन कमीशन. नंबर फिफ्थ है इंट्रोडक्शन ऑफ रेलवेज इन इंडिया. फर्स्ट रेलवे इन इंडिया इन 1853 बिटवीन मुंबई टू थाने. What were the consequences of the Battle of Buxar? So answer है the Battle of Buxar was important war of Indian history. Its consequences are as follows. First है ये victory of English. In this battle, British got the victory and Mughal Empire Shah Alam, Nawab of Awadh, Sirajuddaula and Mir Qasim were defeated. Second है British got the right of collecting Diwani. After the battle, Allahabad treaty took place in 1765. According to this treaty, British got the right to collect the revenue of Bihar, Bengal and Orissa. थर्ड नंबर है टैक्स वाज कलेक्टेड बाय कंपनी बट द administration was the responsibility of Nawab of Bengal. Fourth, the officers of company became captured and started exploitation of public. Number fifth, Bengal was a rich state and the income of this state made the British economically powerful. Write the main condition of the Treaty of Allahabad. So answer है following are the conditions of the Treaty of Allahabad. First है ये Sirajuddaula become the Nawab of Awadh against but exchange that the British got the chance of free trade in Awadh. Second है it was decided that if required British will help the military of Awadh but the expenses will be borne by Nawabs. Third है by taking the revenue of Bengal, Bihar and Orissa, British government got the full control over Bengal. They started dual system in Bengal. इसी के साथ बच्चों लेसन समाप्त हो रहा है। नीचे ये लाल रंग का बटन दिखाई दे रहा है, इसे जरूर दबा के सब्सक्राइब करें और वीडियो अच्छा लगा हो तो चैनल को लाइक करें, कमेंट सेक्शन में कमेंट्स करना ना भूलें और ज्यादा से ज्यादा बच्चों को शेयर करें जिससे ज्यादा बच्चों को फायदा हो सके और इस बेल आइकन को दबा लें जिससे मैं नया वीडियो डालूं तो उसका नोटिफिकेशन तुरंत मिल सके। मेरे चैनल को देखने के लिए आप लोगों का बहुत बहुत थैंक। इसी के साथ मैं RS प्रसाद आज का वीडियो यहीं समाप्त करता हूँ। मिलता हूँ नए टॉपिक में, नए वीडियो में, नई उमंग के साथ। थैंक यू, हैव अ नाइस डे।